understanding the beast within. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving deep into a topic that affects all of us at some point. Anger. We've all been there. Stuck in traffic, dealing with a rude customer, or maybe that one family member who just pushes all the right buttons. Anger is a natural human emotion, but sometimes it feels like it has a mind of its own, hijacking our thoughts and actions. But what if I told you that anger isn't inherently bad? It's actually a signal, a red flag that something's wrong. Maybe we've been treated unfairly, or maybe there's a deeper issue simmering beneath the surface. The problem is, when that anger explodes, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Broken relationships, missed opportunities, and maybe even a speeding ticket or two. So, the question is, how do we take control of our anger before it controls us? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore some battle tactics for this internal war. We'll be learning how to identify the triggers that set us off, calming techniques to cool down in the heat of the moment, and even how to express our anger in a healthy way. But first, let's understand this beast we call anger. It's not a monster to be feared, but a force to be reckoned with. Alright, so we've established that anger is a natural emotion, but how do we know when it's becoming a problem? Well, imagine this. You're at the grocery store, and someone accidentally bumps your cart. Is a little frustration normal? Absolutely. But do you find yourself wanting to unleash a verbal tirade, worthy of a Shakespearean villain? That might be a sign that your anger needs some taming. Chronic anger can take a toll on our physical and mental health, straining relationships and hindering our success. We talked about how anger can be a helpful signal, but if we let it boil over, it can wreak havoc. So, how do we stop ourselves from exploding like a popcorn kernel in a hot pan? The first step is becoming a detective of your own emotions. What are your anger triggers? Is it rush hour traffic? A dismissive boss? Maybe a messy roommate who never washes the dishes? Once you identify your triggers, you can start to develop a battle plan. Maybe you avoid rush hour by taking public transportation or the scenic route. Perhaps a conversation with your boss is needed, or you could implement a chore chart with your roommate. But hey, life isn't always predictable. Sometimes those triggers sneak up on us, and before you know it, your blood pressure's rising, and you can feel the steam coming out of your ears. That's when you need some cool-down techniques in your arsenal. Deep breathing exercises are a classic for a reason. Taking slow, deliberate breaths from your diaphragm can calm your nervous system and bring your heart rate down. Or maybe you need a physical outlet. Go for a brisk walk, hit the gym, or do some jumping jacks. Exercise is a great way to release pent-up energy and clear your head. Even a change of scenery can work wonders. Step outside for some fresh air, listen to your favorite calming music, or take a few minutes to focus on your senses. Remember, the goal is to interrupt that anger cycle before it escalates. Take a moment to cool down, and you'll be able to approach the situation with a clearer head. We've established that identifying your triggers and having cool-down techniques in your arsenal are crucial for managing anger. But let's face it, life throws curveballs, and sometimes those triggers sneak up on us. So, what happens when you can't avoid getting angry altogether? This is where the art of healthy communication comes in. Imagine anger as a dragon. Powerful, fiery, and potentially destructive. But instead of unleashing this fiery beast, we want to transform into a skilled diplomat. Instead of a verbal flamethrower scorching the situation, we want to use clear and assertive language to express our frustration. Remember, the goal isn't to win an argument or make the other person feel bad. It's about finding a solution that works for everyone. By channeling your inner diplomat, you can navigate these situations with a cooler head and a higher chance of a positive outcome. Here are some tips for assertive anger expression. Focus on I statements. Instead of accusing someone, explain how their actions are making you feel. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel frustrated when I don't feel heard." Use respectful body language. Make eye contact, but avoid crossing your arms or clenching your fists. Focus on the present. Don't drag up past grievances. Talk about the specific issue at hand. Be willing to compromise. Remember, the goal is to find a solution, not win an argument. Sometimes, even with the best intentions, things can get heated. If you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break. Say something like, "I need a few minutes to calm down. Can we revisit this later?" Stepping away allows you to cool off and collect your thoughts before diving back in. Remember, anger isn't always about the other person. Sometimes, it can be a sign of deeper issues we're carrying. Maybe you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or burnout. That's where self-care comes in. Getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods, and exercising regularly can all contribute to better emotional regulation. Talking to a trusted friend, therapist, or counselor can also be a great way to work through underlying issues that might be fueling your anger. It's important to remember that you're not on this anger management journey alone. Anger is a universal emotion, and everyone experiences it from time to time. The key is learning how to manage it effectively. Think of anger as a wave. It can crash over you, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and out of control. But with a little self-awareness and effort, you can learn to ride the wave. By identifying your triggers and developing healthy coping mechanisms, you can prevent the wave from knocking you off your feet. The good news is that by managing your anger, you'll not only feel better yourself, but you'll also strengthen the relationships around you. When you can communicate your needs assertively and navigate conflict effectively, you create a foundation for stronger bonds with friends, family, and colleagues. So, take a deep breath, embrace the challenge, and remember, you've got this. That's it for today's exploration of anger management. Hopefully, you have some new tools in your toolbox to face your inner fire with strength and control. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on navigating the wild world of human emotions. Until next time, stay happy and healthy. I am Tony.